We are in Vault 22, looking for stuff. We have discovered unusual creatures called spore carriers. It's the same one I've already read? Yes. There's one now. Either I took off the top of his head or someone else did. What's that sound? The common areas. Imagine the spore carriers will be more numerous down here. This is where the people lived, after all. I'm not kidding when I say they hit like a truck. I've been killed in just like a couple of hits from these things. Probably because I wasn't using power, and really still not. Oh, that's gross. What happened to the toilet in there? What's with that face, Boone? Looks like he smells something unpleasant. Or he's one of those generally unpleasant people attempting to smile for the sake of, I'm not taking that cave fungus. You take the cave fungus. Alright, I might take the cave fungus. I did say he wanted samples. Not sure if that counts as one, but there you go. What's a fresh carrot doing down here? I mean, maybe if it was still growing on I'd understand what it was doing here, but it isn't. Oh goodness, my back.
I guess no one will miss this ridiculous trivia game. The questions weren't even that hard. It's like this is where most people were when they died.
The medical reports I found suggested that most of them succumbed to some kind of airborne infection. I'm going to see if I can convert some of the grow lamps into UV spectrometers to test the air for contaminants. After numerous attempts, I found a range that highlights the particles in the air that I believe killed everyone in this vault. Preliminary tests showed them to be spores of some kind. I've set up spectrometers on several of the levels now, and concentrations appear to be increasing in the lower levels. At this point, I'm concerned that the plants here may constitute a danger to the people of the NCR. Oh boy. See movement.
All mine.
There you are. I do not want to try tangling with one. Whoa, took his arm clean off. Hell of a gun I got here. Is that you, Edie? Eddie? Stop calling you that. Ticket 1, strange noises. Problem, noises and vents. Action, send team to inspect. Result, source of problem not detected. Problems, reports of possible gas leak. Several people have complained of coughing fits and other respiratory symptoms. Action, complete diagnostic of air circulation system. Result, discovered minor discrepancies in the mass of the air being pumped to the vault, but no harmful gases were detected. Also, a strange residue was detected on the air filter, which has been forwarded for identification. Swapped out the filters, just in case. Wise choice.
What is it?
Not you! Alright, let's just ask about his wife.
You got no right.
That's what I understand.
You don't know what you're at. The Legions. Yeah.
Not Boone. Eddie. Thank you. Who's a good Eddie? He's the best Eddie. Fine. Take just one. Ooh, flower fuel. Laser pistol. A flamer. Could come in handy, considering what we're up against. Well, personally, I prefer, affect me. Go to hell. Cripes. Huh. Maybe they hit harder than that. Again, my level's pretty high. Due to cheatery. You also say they were quite quick once they get moving. Case 162. Patient Peters Harrison. Dr. Peters is suffering from a severe case of pneumonia, the result of the spread of some sort of microorganism in his lungs. I've applied the usual treatment and request that he refrain from working and stop by twice a day for observation. Case 164. Group. Patients: Mitchell Pam, Cordella Michael, Horton Samwise, Fujimoto Nikoi, Deidre Kenneth. Update: this entire group showed up throughout the course of the day displaying the same symptoms. They're remarkably similar to Dr. Peters' condition when he first came in a week ago. But we don't have a contagion on our hands. 162 update. Peters isn't responding to the treatment, or more accurately, his body is actively rejecting the treatment. His condition has worsened and I'm on the cusp of ordering an exploratory surgery. Another group: Bailey Elizabeth, Bailey Marcia, Garfield Hayes, Amy Herman, Jenkins Veronica, Keys James, Kirkpatrick Robert, Lori Amanda, Orlando Donald, Camino Iris, Rado Stephen, Reyes Yolanda, Sarkin Kelly, Valdez Nicholas. Another group with chills, a fever, and a terrible racking cough. I'm recommending that they be separated from the general populace. Another update. Dr. Peters is dead. His vitals flatlined 10 minutes before he entered surgery. I decided to perform an autopsy immediately and discovered his lungs were filled with some sort of fungal infection. Strangely, the fungus still shows evidence of growth despite the death of its host. I'll consult with one of my colleagues on the 5th level and see if they can identify it. I don't really know how to describe what just happened. One minute I was closing up for the day, and the next Dr. Peters' corpse sat up and attacked me. I was able to flee the office and seal it inside until security arrived, but what the hell's going on? If all the recent illnesses are the same thing... Unless we have the horrid truth. This contagion is a fungus. It starts in the lungs. The lungs grow heavy with the stuff. Breathing becomes difficult, resulting in the hacking coughs. Body attempts to fight this infection, which causes the fever and the chills. But it's no good. The body can't resist it. pretty sure there's a... Oh. There's a need for teddy bears, but I can't remember what it is. There's one tiny little one, isn't it? There's a baby carriage. I believe we found the Baileys. They said it was the administrator, which is why he has the key card. He was with his wife and child. There's the child. So I think it's safe to deduce we've just shot the administrator and his family. Volt suits are necessary. For reasons we can get into at another time. Jesus! See him being very cautious. See everyone is free of plant life. So yes, I was saying about the condition. So imagine, if you will, your lungs growing heavy from this growth. You're probably coughing up a mixture of blood and spores. Not that you'd see the spores. Little flecks of stuff in the blood. And finally, the infection becomes too much, and you die. But the growth doesn't stop. If anything, with the body shut down, and no longer fighting it, growth probably accelerates tremendously. Resulting in the infestation of your muscle tissue, your nerves, everything it needs in order to make the body move. Fungus that can take over the motor functions of a body isn't unheard of. You ever seen you ever played what's it? The Last of Us? That's based on a genuine fungus. However, it only affects things like ants. crew quarters. Data backup. Access. Can I already unlock the crew quarters? Isn't that where I got this key in the first place? Oh well. Ah yes, we need to go back. So yeah, that's why I think this is one of the most horrifying vaults there is. It's a terrible way to die. Oh. Watch where you're swinging. Disgusting beast. Not fond of any insects, really. Disgusting things. Their hard shells. I think it's safe to say we haven't been in here. Ooh. Those filters will come in handy later. Ugh. You need those too. somebody wants mantis eggs. Pest control? More spore carriers in here. There are. I'm going to kill them dead. Ooh. Species 1. Distant relative of the more commonly known Venus flytrap, species BE908 seems to be performing well. The plants are a threat to creatures up to 5 times their size due to the violent nature of their closing maws. Those that aren't swallowed whole are often incapacitated by their initial bite. The plant's lack of mobility is offset by their ability to lure prey into reach by means of nectar they secrete from their bodies. Mantis regliosea. Of all the species we brought with us, the common mantis exceeds the rest in terms of predation. The insects are voracious, and their camouflage allows them to attack prey by surprise. Also, they complement our botanical specimens by hunting down those pests that avoid or escape our other measures. Lastly, mantises will begin to cannibalize one another when food is scarce, making their numbers self-regulating when prey is scarce. Biovera mordicana. An entopathogenic fungus, B. mordicaea has been developed to colonize the bodies of most common pests. Once it has fully colonized a host body, the host technically dies, but the body continues to move by means of the fungal colony within it. In this manner, the fungus moves amongst more of its prey, occasionally spraying spores in a radius all around the host body, infecting all those who come near it. Its drawbacks include the time it takes to kill prey, 10 to 20 days, and its limited effectiveness when dealing with unsocial pests. Oh, and we didn't really test if it works on humans. Slipped our mind. Or maybe it mutated. And that's the thing with organisms like that. You can never be sure they'll remain in their current condition. The more simple a organism is, the more likely it is to adapt or evolve. For lack of a better term. Off of the body. Or the gun. I want to see what that gun is, if it's special. It is. Quiet phone. Not you. more of the bastards? Ooh. Hey. Wow, 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 wow. More likely to recover drained ammunition. Oh. Nifty. What'd I get? Whatever. Oh. Interesting. What was that? Thank you, Eddie. Very good work indeed. Alright, we'll call it a video here. I am the Blues 32. This is Fallout New Vegas. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.